Hello everyone, I am the plane shifter, phasing into the universe of Final Fantasy XIV. And Lahee Eshkree has just woken up. No dreams of the serpent today. It's good to have a good night's sleep. Very well. I have some business with the blacksmith lady. Or at least I believe she has some business with me. Sorry, a bit distracted. Hello, MC2M. Hanansa, you look like you have a job for me. On to the dry docks. Forge Master Hinansa, head of Naudek and Vimalis, wants you to assist with the workload over at the Morabi dry docks. I'm caught up from the VOD. Nice. I had a couple technical issues with that VOD. I hope it was alright. It's difficult for me to rewatch 3 hours of stuff. I never do. What say you to taking some work from Naudex and Vimalis? We've a great hooking warship to build and could certainly use an extra hand for any number of tasks. For your first job, I need you to run this missive over to Art Birm, the head of Shipwright at the Morabi dry docks. We forged most of the ship's bits and pieces here at the Armorers Guild, but the actual construction takes place at the docks, found in the south of Lanosia. So no issues worth reporting. Glad your voice recovered. Yeah, this game, it punishes you for reading it too. It has so much reading. So much reading. But yeah, my voice at the end of last stream was asking for mercy. That's also where you find the main offices of Naudek and Vimalis. The Morabi Dry Docks is one of Linz and Lamins's most important districts. At least as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure you'll not regret tuning yourself to the area's eaterite. If you've no confidence in your sense of direction, you'd best served making use of a chocobo porter's first floor of the mizzen mast, in case you were wondering. Should you choose to make the trek on your own 2 feet, leave the city through the Tempest Gate and follow the road south. May the navigator or guide your steps. So, she's also the guild master of the Armorers Guild. So if you want to forge your own armor, you talk to this lady. Okay. The more oh, I'm attuned to the Ethereite. But I wonder, can I use the porter? It's cheaper. Let's see. The Chocobo Porter is there, so... Hello, lady. Welcome to Limsalomensa. No, Chocobo Porter. Wanna be dry docks? Yes. I'm now riding a Chocobo. I'm not controlling, by the way. The porters go on their own. What a strange... What way are you doing? There is stuff going on in there. And here I am at the dry docks. Thank you, Chocobo friend. Let's see. I am attuned to the Zeta, right? Yeah. I'm super cheap with teleporter money, so you won't see me teleporting a lot until I really need to cover long distances. At the berm, I believe I have something for you. You have a missive for me from Forge Master Hanansa? I assume it pertains to the pending arrival of the materials they order over a moon pass. Let's see it then. An important message in truth to you by Naudix and Vimali's Forge Masters, Hanansa, with orders to deliver it to Victory Shipwright at the berm. Blast and botheration. Another delay. I am well aware of the shortage of skilled artisans, but this is insufferable. My apologies. The messenger does not deserve to bear the brunt of my frustrations. Might I have your name? Lahee Eshkree. Lahee, is it? Well, Lahee, this proud maiden you see taking shape before you is the Victory, the first new vessel to grace the docks since the Calamity. We may have lost the book for ships in that fateful day, but starting with this beauty, we will restore the Maelstrom's fleet to its former glory. The Victory is more than simple warship. It is the symbol of Lince's rebirth, from the wreckage wrought by the coming of the 70 Umbral era. Thus, we are striving to complete her constructions as swiftly as possible, even going so far as to hire veteran shipwrights from outside the thalassocracy. Yet, and even with such unprecedented measures, there are never enough hands to handle the abundance of tasks. Should you choose to linger at the docks for a time, there is no end of odd jobs for a hard-working adventurer. Be you fair warned, there is no place here for lie-abouts and troublemakers. Don't worry, I won't lie about or troublemaker. This is actually better. U-boats. It's the exactly same gloves I'm wearing. Okay. Without a doubt, Atberm is looking for a member of his crew and the items he was supposed to deliver. Where in the seven hells is that man? Not once in 12 months has he been late with the shipment, and now 2 whole turns of the sun without a single word. A shipwright of mine, a young man named Fierce-Med, recently left a Candlekeep Quay to retrieve several crates of supplies ordered from Lince, but has yet to return. I have sent several messages to Haldbroda, but his replies are always the same. He does not recall ever seeing the right, nor the supplies he was scheduled to collect. That man knows something, and I severely doubt he is telling me the whole truth. As I cannot leave my post, I would ask you to travel to Candlekeep Quay in my stead, and inform Haldbroda that if he insists in playing these games, I will personally see that he is transferred to Turtleback Island, where he can rot alone in the middle of the sea for eternity. Well, that's a place I'd rather not be. Okay, how am I supposed to get there? I actually need to leave the city, I think. Big. and hungry. Let me get out of here. I don't think I make a good snack. Oh, I made a wrong turn. Too small for a good snack, not enough. Indeed. Ah, come on, I specifically went behind you so you wouldn't be bothered. Now you're dead. Don't attack random adventurers in the road. It might be dangerous. Does that self-righteous dog art being doubt to that? I've told him anything less than the truth. He does, and so do I. Turtleback Highlands? He cannot do that, can he? I swear on my poor Nana's grave, Navigator rest my soul, I know not of this Frismid nor his precious supplies. Hells, we here at the Quay had enough. Sorry. Hells, we here at the Quay have had enough trouble these past few suns. What with the sinking of that Lominsan cargo ship off the South Strand, I haven't the time to take the proper piss, let alone make a note of every scrag that wanders in off the grip. Go up. Did I learn anything new? No? Thank you. Okay. Writing the ship right. How Broda has a suggestion for the kind of adventurer who came bringing Foreman Artbreen's message. Now, the way I see it, if you have time to be standing here questioning my character, then you most certainly have the time to get that arse of yours down to the South Strand and help us search for survivors of the wreck. Who knows, you may run across this Frismid everyone seems so eager to find. Here is hoping the Navigator hasn't found him first. Alright. It's a search for missing people. That's not where I should be. With all the talk about kidnappings I've been hearing about lately, I hope he hasn't got himself kidnapped. I might have found the man. Are you Frills? Gosh damn your regardin names. Firlsmid? I'm Firlsmid. You say the fireman's wandering on me whereabouts? I thought he might be, but you must know I cannot show me face at the dry docks until I've right a terrible wrong I caused. 2 nights past, I made the trip from the dry docks to Candlekeep Quay just as the fireman asked. The seas were right rough and the captain of the cargo ship was worried bringing her too close to the cliff, so I paid a few coins to a fisher to take me out to meet her. By the time we was halfway twixt shore and ship, the swells had risen to nigh on 10 yams, and 'twasn't long before the waves had hold of us. Trials in might to steady the boat, nature's grip was too tight, and we was flung headlong into the Laminsan Gully. When I awoke, both ships were gone, and the cargo I was to collect lay strewn across the south strand. I has made every effort to salvage it, but the hands are crawling with Kern. And I ain't one with a sword, and now you see why it is I cannot return to the dry docks. Sir, you should have returned to the dry docks and asked for help. But, well, help has come regardless. Could have come a little sooner. Let's see if I can stealth my way here. No, I cannot. Anyone around? Nobody? Okay. This will probably be uneventful. No, it wasn't. It wasn't uneventful. Boy, you could at least pose a challenge. I haven't even felt the need to call upon my carbon call. Yeah, I expected that. Anyone else? Or are you actually come to your senses instead of challenging me? Heavensward. Oh, I got your name right. That night, I was tossed into the sea like some doll of rags, and it weren't long before the world around me faded to black as I slipped deeper into the abyss. Below, the navigator wouldn't see me to the gates of the seven hells, and I woke to find myself washed ashore. And here I've been ever since, waiting for a chance to salvage me master's cargo. A piece of nautical equipment intended for the Victory and sought after by shipwright Heavensward. That's folded sailcloth, a brass helm wheel, a piece of nautical equipment intended for the Victory and okay, and a knot of tangled rigging, which is exactly the same description. Head over. The missing part. I don't know how I can repay you. I'll deliver the supplies right away, but first I must stop by the quay so that I might pay my respects to the widow of the brave fisher who gave his life for a handful of coin. Could you tell Atburn that I'll be back at the dry docks by nightfall? Many thanks, adventurer. I will not forget this kindness. Well, stay safe. See you around. May the navigator guide you and all that. I need to get used to this Lumington stuff. Big. I'm gonna mess with that thing. I have more pressing business. Let me press a little bit more. Sir, I found your man. I am relieved to hear that both First Mid and the supplies are unharmed, though it was foolish for him to believe that I would blame him for that which was obviously out of his hands. You see, there was no storm that day, and the seas were adjacent the dry docks were as calm as a lumbering child. This leads me to believe that the trouble the ships encountered off Canopy Cape Quay was of a less natural sort, the sort of which the Sahagin have been known to conjure. Sahagin. From the book I read at the guild, they are related to the sea serpent Leviathan somehow. I think they worship them as their deity. Also, I'm floating. I'm too light to fall down here. Do Angry Pirates Dream? Victory for a man at Burn is considering recommending you for an important job involving dry dock security. It's actually worse than the one I'm using. Lahee, while I originally had doubts about your motives, you have repeatedly proven yourself an asset to Naldec's Vilmelis. I still do not like you, but that does not mean I do not trust you. Kim Tota, head of the watch here at the dry docks, believes that the pirates may be plotting an attack on the Victory, and she requires assistance investigating a group of unsavory individuals making camp nearby. I have recommended you for this task. Despite all Lince's elements endured before, during, and following the calamity, the fact that there are still those who would turn their backs on the city-state so that they might line their pockets with a few handful of coins, just the thought of it sickens me. Are you sure you just don't want to get rid of me? You just said you don't like me. What the heck? That's not the kind of revelation you give to someone on your employ. Hello. Ah, yes, I had a feeling you would be at the one Art Breen sent. Since you first arrived at the Morabi dry docks, I have had my men watch you. Oh, there's no need to get angry. I make it a point to keep an eye on autos near to the area. It's simply protocol. I mean, your authorities here, I cannot blame you for doing your job. And you'll be pleased to know that nothing incriminating was found. You appear to be a model citizen. That and the foreman seems to think somewhat highly of you. Which I must admit is quite shocking. The man doesn't even trust his own mother. That explains a lot. Very well then, I assume Art Breen informed you of what your task would entail. The parts we believe are conspiring to raid the dry docks were last seen making camp near an ancient stone called the Mark of the Spinner. I would have you approach the men, posing as a lost adventurer, and see if you cannot somehow learn of their intentions. Kinangho is stationed at the rear gates, can provide you with an exact location of the camp. Kinango. Boy, the names here just get more and more complicated. That's Kinango. 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 I'm gonna shoot someone. Lahee, haha! I knew no more sardines for Kinango. Tonight I shall dine on the finest salmon on the peninsula. Why? Well, I had a little wager going with some of the other guards on who Artbring would recommend for the next job. My money was on you. Ah, the job. Yes, of course. If you follow the road past the gates to the southeast, you will eventually come to a barren cape with a single large stone half buried in the cliff overlooking the sea. Followers of the 12 say it's a holy place dedicated to Nemea, the spinner. I'd be surprised if the pirates camped up there were aware of that, though. Very well. Time to raid a monument. All right. Should they bring the carbon code now, or should they? I'll probably look more threatening if I bring out the carbon code, so let's not until we are in actual trouble. The spinner mark. What do we have here? A little lost lamb come looking for his money? Well, there's a nice fire going. Why not come and set their tender arse down by 012? I'll keep you all warm and toast like Bugger off, young bloody whelp. You reek of an old maid street. And it's making my wine taste me sore than it already is. I'm giving you the count of 9 to step back on the path and carry your venturing arse back down to whatever rock it is you crawl out of from under. You see, it's had up to me years with your type roaming the hills like they was yours to roam. It's getting to be that a man cannot enjoy a mug of rum without some shite brat outlander running up asking wishes the way to the local levy meet. 7 hours if I know. I am a blood pirate, goddamn it. Tell's boss. Once we have me boy back, I'm put the godforsaken piece of island so far behind me, no one will remember I was ever here. Come on, Scrag, we've knives to sharpen. What am I supposed to do with this information? Report to King Totem. Should be a good thing to do at this point. Could at least stop raining. Well, I guess the rain won't bother the storm captain. So the trespassers are indeed pirates, and they are indeed planning something. But what's that talking of getting me boy back? Yeah, I'm confused by that as well. Is there someone infiltrated here? Could it be that their target never was the victory? Something's not right, and I won't sit by idling waiting for those pirates to make the first move. I shall order increased patrols immediately. Thank you again for your help, Lahee. It appears we were wise to put our trust in you. Main and men. Okay, I didn't have to fight. And the rain stopped. Yay. I mean, the rain stopped. Victory in peril. Gim Tota, a captain of the watch at the Morabi Dry Docks, wishes your aid in dealing with the potential intruders. I am concerned, Lahee. It appears that the pirates I had you investigate are on the move. They creep over closer to the dry docks, so I must assume they mean to target the Victory herself. That ship is the symbol of everything Linsalminsi strives to become, and I will not allow these base scoundrels to lay a single finger upon her hull. We must apprehend them before they put their plans into motion, and you, Lahee, are just the man to do it. Without your capable assistance, I fear the security of the dry docks cannot be guaranteed. Not moments ago, my guards submitted reports of suspicious activity in the area. Pray begin your efforts by listening to one of their accounts firsthand. It matters not whom you choose to speak with, but be sure to question either Eorzea at the front gate or Kinango at the rear. Any suspect saboteurs you encounter during the course of your investigation are to be interrogated. Report any all finds directly to me. Well, I'm gonna take the path of least resistance and go talk to the closest one. Hey, adventurers! Glad to have another hand aboard to help shore up security. The gods know our reports would sit on King Toto's desk gathering dust if it weren't for the assistance of those such as yourself. Speaking of reports, though, I saw one of those mangy pirates lurking around the cliff near Empty Heart. I'd take a closer look before he has a chance to cover his tracks. Okay. Not too far from here. And this time, maybe I should be ready for a kerfuffle. Right, Carbuncle? Sir, you look shifty-eyed. Bah! Spot me, did ya? Well, you're too late. What's happening is already happening. I don't like that one bit. Oh no! Ouch! that hurts. Eh. Why are you still after me? Well, that one learned the lesson that it won't forget so soon. I did that too. Ouch. Ugh. So many cliffs in this place. In total, there's trouble afoot. So you found me one of those pirates, did you? And you were the right adventure for the task to ask for aid. But what could these knaves be planning? What's to happen is already happening? Captain, trouble at the shipyard! Easy now, soldier. Who did this to you? Pirates, out of nowhere. Stuck me good. Gods below, we are not prepared for this. The pirates, soldiers, how many do they number? Not sure, more than I could quickly count, seem to be carrying explosives. Explosives? Then there's no time to lose. Lahee, you heard the situation. Make your way to the shipyard and engage these intruders. I'll see to this man's wounds, then follow after. Make haste, now. Aye. Oh. I'm gonna take this seriously and you are gonna regret this. Take carbon coat to the face. You too. I never reckoned it'd be this easy. Still don't trust those slime bastard, but their plan worked like a charm. Duh, what are you doing, you greedy blood fool? Shoot your trap, boy. This will be over soon. All that's left now is to blow this ugly pile of driftwood into splinters. Why would you do such a thing? Have you any idea how important this ship is? What it represents? Aye, and that's what makes it all the sweeter. Whatever it takes to knock some sense into me treacherous backstabbing son. Imagine a boy of mine giving up the pirate life to become a shipwright and building a bleeding maelstrom vessel at that. What under Limelane's wide great ocean made you take up these self-righteous shites? You're the one with no blood sense, da. Don't you see? The pirates had their glory days, but that era is over. I wonder why Artbeing never spoke of his father. I never would have thought. This ship's the symbol, right, of everything that went wrong with the world, and I mean to shatter it into 100,000 pieces. Game total. Hey, pray, beat her out of this bloated sea slug and make sure no harm comes to the victory. I'll do that with my book. Ah. Go, carbon cop. Stop hurting the healer. Mamoja? Here? You're far away from home, good sir. You've no idea who you're up against. Sincerely, I don't care. Where adventure as the thing has a crazy glint in his eye. No, he doesn't. I must be getting old. Let some green adventurer get the best of me. Duh. Aren't you forgetting about something? That's one big bloody ship. Big and nasty looking. You made that, did you? Nobody's in there exploding the ship. Is there? My thanks, Lahee. I shudder to think what may have become of the victory without your intervention. The pirates have made a right mess of things. I best get to sorting out the docks. And my thoughts could use some sorting out as well. If ever did my father have a way of turning my life upside down. Pray convey my thanks and my apologies to Gim Tota. You've got it. You're not Gim Tota. How fare you, Lahee? I cannot begin to thank you for the role you played in preventing this madness. You defended more than a simple ship. You saved the budding hope of Lim Salaminsa from a violent demise. The day was yours. It seems our security regimen will require much in the way of improvement if we are to truly keep the dry docks safe. Hatburn apologizes? Well, suppose I can understand why he would feel responsible for his father's actions. Of all those involved, this incident was hardest on him. But in time, I believe he will come to a single conclusion. The most fitting way of moving past his anguish is to see the victory completed and in the water. Oh, by the by, the pirates we defeated have been handed over to the Yellow Jackets. Rainer's men will be taking over the investigation. Before the Yellow Jackets moved in, however, we recovered a most unusual object. Should you have the time to spare, I would ask of you another favor. Unusual objects, that's always interesting. I'm drinking some water. Man of the Blue Tattoos. King Tota wishes to entrust you with an important task. Lahee, in light of your role in recent events, there are a few others to whom I would entrust this task. Since last we spoke, a curious missive has been discovered amongst the personal effects of Atzapfen, the part behind the plot to sabotage the victory. This missive was penned in the most unusual script, a script believed to be some manner of code. Needless to say, anything which a proven enemy of Lim Salaminsa deems worth of enciphering is like to be of great interest to the Maelstrom. Unfortunately, none among us can make any sense of the message. In case such as this, I am told the Yellow Jackets are wont to turn to Baderon and his convenient connections. Tuzo would have you deliver this missive to the proprietor of the drowning wench, into his hand and no other. Do you understand? Understood. It's time to go. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go by Chocobo. By Chocobo. Oh, even the porter is far away here. Met traveler, my yes, I shall go part to Lim Solomensa. Yes, please. Much better than just walking around all the time. No stars tonight. A lot easier to appreciate the view when you're riding a chocobo. Baderon, hello. I have something for you. Ahoy there, Lahee. I've been hearing about your deeds at the dry docks. Altaburn laid out the entire tale for me. Poor Sor was still ruling at his old man's part in the business, but at least he kept the victory from being sunk afore she sailed. And for that, I owe you my thanks. You've really made a name for yourself here in Limsalad. Folk know all that when they need something doing. Huh? You need something doing. And what might that be? Whatever language this missive is written in, it's one you are not familiar with. Well, do you know anyone that can decipher this? You want someone to read a message written in funny letters for you? And Kim Tota thought I might know of a man as good? Well, let's see it then. Aye. I reckon I might know a canny bugger that what can read stuff like this. Ugly sod by the name of Baderon. You know you're like one of me regulars now, Lahee. You've never let me down yet, and Navigator helped me. I reckon I can trust you. Kim Tota was right to want this message deciphered. We've got us some trouble brewing here, and no mistake. Get ready for action, and I'll explain. I was thinking about stopping by the guild, but this looks urgent. Well, what is going on? Good to have you aboard, Barline. Now then, where to start? I recommend from the beginning. Back when I was younger and nastier, I learned me living as Southward. In that business, if you wanted to know what your enemy was up to, and I had to learn to read the orders he prized from the cold dead ends of its masters, that's how I came to know how to read your message. Truth be told, the script was only too bloody familiar. Them Sahagin letters, lad, and I should know. I've got more fishback messengers than I can count. It gets worse though. The plan to blow up the Victory was all in here, right down to the fine details. Looks like they meant to raise 8 kinds of hell in Western Lanosia, then hit the Maelstrom new flagship and the confusion. The point being, the attack on the Victory weren't the act of a few rebellious pirates. It was key part of some canny bastard's grand plan. But if I'm reading this right, the attack itself came much too early. I wager they panicked when they saw I was on them and rushed in to do their job and buggered it up. Them tattoo-faced bastards, as they say, was paying hard to bring old man there with the Serpent Ravers, right? But none of their crew was there, was they? Did they have somewhat better to do or what? No clue. 7 else. I've got it all backwards. That mess at the Victory, that was meant to be the bloody distraction. The fishbacks aren't interested in the Maelstroms, baby. They're after men, just like they've always been. They're sending their pirate lackeys after a civilian target. This bit about raising hells in Western Lanosia, that's where it'll be. Suma tells me Swift Percy is about to get it and it hard. Here's a rough translation of the message. Take it to Commodore Raynor at the Coral Tower and tell him he's in for a busy day. Oh, and give him a hand, eh? You can be damn sure you'll need one. Very well. Sahagin, huh? Baderon's jottings. A small slip of paper with drowning wishes proprietors Baderon 10 fingers, unintelligible writing scrawled all over. Baderon 10 fingers. That's a surname. Very well. Where is that? Ah. Rainer. Sir, we have trouble. Yes, I am Rainer. Ah, you must be the adventurer whose name seems to be on everyone's lips. You are to be recommended for your part in thwarting the plot to destroy the victory. Now, what can I do for you this day? You bear an urgent message from Baderon? Why do I get the feeling that my hopes for a quiet evening are about to be cruelly dashed? Tell me, what's afoot? Fishbacks. An assault on Swift Perch? But if it's nothing to suggest the Serpent Reavers are massing for an attack. Well, even so, it would be foolish to discount the possibility. Baderon is rarely wrong about such matters. I'll marshal the Yellow Jackets for battle immediately. The only question is where to send them. While I concur with Baderon's assessment that the attack on the Dry Docks was intended as a diversion, Swift Perch is but one of several possible targets from the main thrust. Commodore, sir! Report. It's the Sahagin, sir. They've mounted a large-scale assault on South Tide Gate and threatened to overwhelm our defenses within the day. The garrison requests immediate reinforcements. By the navigator, it seems my decision has been made for me. Muster the troops and give the order to march. Can I help too? Aye, the Serpent Reavers are in league with the Sahagin, which means there are every chance the assault on Tidegate may yet prove to be another feint. The fact remains, however, that we can ill afford to ignore it, and that leaves Swift Perch vulnerable to those pirate traitors. It is at times such as these that I wish the warriors of light yet walked among us, but wishes all avail us not. Eshkree, you must serve in their absence. Make for Swift Perch and with all haste, and lend your strength to the squads I can spare for the settlement's defense. Aye. Swift Perch. I'm just gonna teleport there. I have a feeling this is gonna be a lot of trouble. Commodore Rainer sent word we'd be getting reinforcements, but I didn't expect him to send you. You certainly look like you've seen your share of action, though. You bear little resemblance to the wide-eyed whelp I met fresh from the ferry. In any case, do you know what you're fighting for here? This place, Swift Perch, it was rebuilt by folk who stood strong in the face of every hardship the calamity threw their way. and we're not about to let some fish fencing school claim the honor of being the ones who finally broke their spirits. Don't give those pirate bastards one bloody elm, you hear me? I hear you. Here they come! There now, I told you all them Yellowjack swarm was meant to be busy. But useless Krags ain't following the plan, had he? Now what? Go back and wait for our Sahagin brothers? Piss on that. We ain't turning back empty-handed. Remember, no killing the small folk or it will be your blood that stains Lord Leviathan's altars. The yellow bellies you can butcher at will. Them dirt-eating slugs will be crushed under the full might of the Serpent Rivers. Since Swift Perch was the main target after all, huh? Squads 1 and 2 protect the townsfolk. Squad 3, you're our rear guard. The rest of you will meet our charge where we stand. Let us bear the Commodore word of our victory, no or no word at all. For Leinstalomensa! I'll gut you all, yellow bellies, and dance on your gizzards. Oh, no, you won't. Alright, Eshkree box, please make your cellular breaches. Not if I can stop it. Keep on pummeling him, he can't take much more of this. What in the seven hells? That's a blood voice, and hold steady, lads. Well fought. The rivers are beaten and scattered. I'll take some men and hunt down the stragglers. Oh, but there may be more of them lurking about, so don't let your guard down just yet. That guy brought in a bloody white scent. The source of his strength becomes clear. You may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day. What in the seventh house? O mournful voice of creation, send unto me, creature of the abyss, my throat to command that I may smite mine enemies. And I thought that other voice sent us trouble. Your very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to leave. Uh-oh. Anybody here? A hand? Ishtola? This is the real trouble, Ishtola. Welcome this, no matter how shall find for me. Power wings, affording no chance to recover. Okay, we've got him. That the wisdom of the paragons should be brought low by mere mortals. Wisdom? Paragons, did he say? Then it is as I feared. They are known as the bringer of chaos, or Asians, to give them their proper name. It would seem your suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. I'm here on another business. They were trying to attack this place. Pardon? You would know if we Charlayans have encountered Asians before? I have never spoken to you of my homeland. How do you know whence I hail? You have the tattoos of a Archon. Wait, I do begin to see. You have been blessed with a special gift. Are you alright, lad? If I know a mean bugger like that was hiding in the bushes, I would have left a squad or 6 to keep your company. As well that ends well. Well, at least now we can call this kidnapping investigation to a close. Those Reavers were the ones inspiring spiriting folk away in the dead of the night, and this bastard here was pulling all the strings. A trifle simplistic, but not inaccurate. I came as was instance into his presence, but I never thought to find such a scene of carnage. Yet we prevailed, and thanks to your heroic actions, I have learned much. Aye, heroic is the word. I don't want to think about what I would have happened if you hadn't been here, friend. And your assistance is so much appreciated too, Lady Ishtola. Please give her regards to the Scions. I'm glad to have played a role in bringing what I hope is an end to this disturbing pit of abductions. The thread of your fate forms a part of a most intriguing tapestry. Mayhap we will be afforded a chance to speak more in the near future. For now, however, you must see this particular tale to its conclusion. Pray send my greetings to Commodore Rayner. Yeah, I would like more answers, and I think you have at least some of them. Hello there? A dark crystal. Intriguing. Well, I guess it's time to go to Limsa. Again. Hopefully I have now some time to stop by the guild. I'm glad I came here first. Hello, things got by the end, but we succeeded. Eshkree, eagerly have I awaited your return. Word of your exploit is already spreading through the ranks. My troops and I owe you a great debt of gratitude for your timely assistance. You have shown yourself to be possessed of a sure arm, a strong spirit, and sound judgment. Would that Limsa had more of your like. I have little doubt that you shall one day join the ranks of Eorzea's greatest adventurers. It's but a matter of time. Clearly, Baderon's eye for potential remains as sharp as ever, though I doubt even he imagined you capable of such feats. Well, I didn't imagine myself capable of such feats, but I am pleasantly surprised. Might you favor me with your own account of the day's events? Such victories bear retelling. Well, sit down, it's a long story. Stola has been working with us for quite some time, you see? And she was only too willing to assist the Yellow Jackets in the kidnapping investigation, proving herself a stalwart ally of Limsa yet again. Needless to say, after your part in thwarting the attempted sabotage of the victory, in the small matter of your deeds at Swift Perch, you too have proven yourself a valued friend of the thalassocracy. Admiral! Mary Blofesvin herself. May I present you Admiral Blofesvin.
So, this is the adventurer I've been reading about in the field reports. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa. On behalf of my people, I bid you thanks for the deeds you have done this day. A token of our gratitude. What worth is high regard without just reward after all? Ha! Since you first set foot in our city, my good friend Baderon and Commodore Rayner have taken turns at regaling me with tales of your exploits.
Were they that many?
Safe to say, they left an impression. Join me at the coming banquet. A seat of honor at the celebratory feast is the least I can offer the man who foiled the Sahagin.
Oh! A seat at the feast!
Oh, and don't be late. Your fellow guests will be eager to take the measure of their newest hero, and some do not take kindly to being kept waiting. Till then, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
Okay. Working with some of the commanders and stuff I expected, but to be addressed by Admiral Blofuswan herself, that was a bit overwhelming. Whew. Well, I have some time until the banquet, so I guess I'm gonna attend to some business at the guild. I'm a bit worried about my instructor. Hopefully this doesn't take long. Tuber gang. Pincer maneuver. Acting Guildmaster Tubergan appears unusually distressed. Greetings, Lahee. In case such doubts fill your minds, you should know that I am ever willing to lend a ear if you find your thoughts troubled. At the very last, I would have you know this, because it seems that Killia does not. The Forestier has been missing since the morning. There have been other times when she has disappeared without a word, but we have always been able to find her. Alas, that's not the case this day. Yeah, I was worried about her too. Were the good master here, he could deduce her whereabouts with nary a moment's concentration. I find myself beginning to wonder if those who devote themselves overmuch to arcanima are more prone to bouts of wanderlust. But while I might wish to ponder further such oddities of character, we must needs organize a search party. Would you be so kind as to make inquiries in Hawker's Alley? It is not uncommon for Killia's wanderings to take up path through the markets. Very well. Master, a word? You seek a Mikote agent of Melvan's Gate? Why, yes, I have seen her, spoke with her, in fact. She was, however, apprehended by the Yellow Jackets. What? Are you sure it's the same person? The assessor was drilling me for details about Kickern's smuggling ring based in Airport. but then the soldiers arrived and took her away. If you wish to know her fate, then I suggest you speak with Ginade of the Coral Tower. Okay, that's weird. Why would the Yellow Jackets have anything with her? Forester Kalia? Yes, we brought her in for questioning regarding the reappearance of the pirate Dos Maga. A member of the Arcanist Guild, are you? Then I see no reason to conceal the nature of our discourse. Perhaps you're already aware of this, but the Forester was once held captive by that rabbit sea dog. I wasn't not aware of that, but I was suspecting there was some history behind her. Behavior. Few pirates sink to such depths of depravity as does Maga. It has been 6 years now since he was exiled from Linsolamensa for engaging in the worst kind of black market trading. And now the villain has returned. He is, however, both cunning and cautious, and continues to evade our troops. Thus, we hope to borrow the knowledge of our Asir Kalia, whose experience have given her an intimate familiarity with the way the scoundrels operate. At least that's what was our intent. After weathering a barrage of questions from the assessor, we found ourselves instead providing the details of our search. Should you wish to speak to Farser Kalia, I imagine she has already returned safely to your guild. Well, she has not. Unless she has in the meantime. Ascalia came back. Back already? You are led to believe she had returned here? I am afraid not. Huh? So the Yellow Jackets told you something of her story with those Maga, did they? Perhaps it would be best if I told you the entire tale. Thus Maga's banishment was the result of a surprise inspection that revealed his involvement in an underground slave trade. The assessor that stepped aboard the pirate merchant ship spoke of finding dozens of unwashed unfortunates crammed into that squalid hold. Among these prisoners was a young Mikote, destined for some black market auction block. Though Kalia was initially too terrified to even speak, the guildmasters brought her out of her fearful days with the gift of an initiate's grimoire. Yes, the same self-same tome that she was carried her entire career. Of course, did you not mention that Kalia's grimoire was thrown into the sea? There are rumors that a kicker merchant of ill repute has retrieved the black market goods the crew of the Morning Stars given into the ocean. Even now he gloats over the salt-encrusted catch in Aleport. It's entirely possible that the first year's most prized possession was caught up in the kicker's salvage net. I have no doubt now that Kalias has reached the same conclusion. To Aleport with you, Lahee. That is where you find our wayward assessor. Well, at least I know I can take the ferry to Aleport. Let's see, where could she be? Well, that's a scene. Yes. Combat pattern 256 should serve to cover all expected contingencies. You never know when you have to nullify a thaumaturge or two. My retrieval starter strategy is complete. Lahee, it's good you come. I was unable to calculate for certain if you would piece together the movements in time. Very little is certain when so many variables are involved. But there is good news. These prisoners here was kind enough to confirm that the trader who salvaged the Morningstar's jet-summoned cargo did indeed retrieve a tome matching the description of my lost grimoire. Lomin Lao and the policies of the Melvin Gates would support the confiscation of goods connected to an official inspection. But alas, my personal belongings do not fall under that definition. Thus I intend to launch an unofficial offensive against this black marketeer and his cronies. The peddler has already departed for Candle Cape Quay. It is time I gather to me such allies as I possess, and I can count you as one of them, Lahee. Despite the nature of this endeavor, Mr. Tubergain has offered me her cooperation. If you would, pray join her at Oscon Embrace, what is where we shall ambush the disreputable kicker. Oscon Embrace. Stick to the path, you don't want to attract any unwanted attention. It probably is gonna attract some anyway. Greetings, Lahee. Your arrival completes our small company. You are equipped for battle, I trust? We need not wait Kalia's arrival. Once the Kikirn appears on the bridge, we spring our ambush. The strategy of trapping your target relies on two allies we have concealed on the other side of the ravine. This pincer maneuver was, naturally, the Forestier's idea. As for the target himself, the Kikirn is known as a careful and cautious fellow. He travels with a small retinues so as to avoid attracting attention, but do not be fooled. More bodyguards follow at a distance and will likely join the fray after hostilities ensue. Do not, however, expect any assistance from the Yellow Jackets. They cannot be seen aiding us in what amounts to a personal matter, but they are willing to turn a blind eye for Kalia's sake. In a case, the Forestier tactics account for our limited numbers and individual strengths. Victory is all but assured now. Now let us take up our positions and wait for the Kikin to arrive. Very well. Trouble is afoot. Or more likely, trouble is a Kickern. Do not bring knives to a book fight. More Mamoja? That's a lot of people. It appears to be last of it now to find the Forester's Grimoire. Look, let's look. I think I found that. Well executed, everyone. Were you able to retrieve my grimoire? Lahee, pray hand over the tome. Well, here it is. It's ruined. My wonderful grimoire is ruined. The probability of repairing this degree of damage is 0%. Even the most brilliant strategy cannot undo such ravages of seawater. I have never felt so defeated. I believe it is time I return to her home. Leave her be. But how can I? His riders are still tell you must allow Clea's time to process the loss. And you have other matters to which you must attend. Come, Lahee. It is time we return to the guild as well. Well, here we go. Oh. Please take care of for Sir Clea. We'll clean up here. No one will ever suspect a fight took place. Well, let's hope so. How is she? Not quite the victory we imagined, was it? The moment Cleas beheld her soaked and tattered grimoire, I could see the light of hope dying in her eyes. There is, however, something we can do. I will call on your aid soon, but in the meantime you would be well served to deepen your knowledge of Arcanima. Very well. Emerald Carbuncle. Well, I look mildly better. At least I don't look like a contest anymore. I need better clothes. These handovers are terrible. Anyway, time to see what else is cooking up here. High Society. Commodore Rayners wish to speak with you regarding the forthcoming banquet. I am not sure you understand just how unusual it is for the Admiral to invite an adventurer to a state banquet. It is a highly coveted honor. Why, even the officers under her direct command are rarely afforded such recognition. But I will not deny you have earned it. Many of the tasks you have performed in service of the Thalassocracy have been both difficult and dangerous. You tell me about that. So many bloody pirates. This is a reward for all your efforts, and not to you your many achievements, both large and small. Has the enormity of this moment yet to sink in? Perchance you realize its significance when you stand up before the assembled dignitaries of Linsa Lumensa. And now that I have imagined the scene, I realize that you will require attire suitable for the occasion. I suggest you visit the wench and see what Badaron can arrange. He is surprisingly knowledgeable about such things. All tavern masters are surprisingly knowledgeable about a lot of things. They are eavesdropping masters. Well, if you want Merib's Grace of Honor, I'm not being with high and might now, is it? Tell ya, lad, I damn near snorted ale out of my nose when I heard news. You've come a long bloody way, you have, and that's the truth. Well, one thing's for sure, you're not one for decent grub. These banquets are catered by the bleeding Bismarck no less. This great chance to fill your belly to bursting with fun and more importantly, free food. But he can't have you turning up in your shite-cack adventuring gear. No, the hero of the hour needs to have a touch of refinement about him, if only to stop fucking complaining when the stuffs his face with cake. Take yourself over to the octanes and speak to Janassim of the Burglary Consortium. She'll furnish you with somewhat gentlemanly to wear. I've already had a word with her, so you'll need to do is pick up the goods. Then bring them back here so as I can tell you what is what. Very well. Decent clothes. Finally. I went the wrong way. I'm so excited. Good evening, sir. I assume you're the undressed gentleman Baderon mentioned? Underdressed gentleman Baderon mentioned? I see he was not exaggerating. I've chosen this especially for you, or debut in polite society. Fear not, I'm certain you will absolutely adore them. A small lockbox introduced to you by Shanashem of the Burglary Consortium. Tis the season. Been to see him, have you? Let's have that box then. Here we go, a nice pair of dress shoes for you. A bloke might not have much else to do with his name, but so long as he's got a decent pair of shoes in his feet, there ain't nowhere he can't go. Think of it as a gift from me and all the other folk you've done right by along the way. Aye, this very moving gesture, I know, just don't go walling up on me, huh? Wouldn't do for your Linsa's new hero to turn up on the banquet soaking it his own tear and snot, eh? And Road, that's your grab sorted. Now, you just need to settle your nerves. Tell me when you're ready and I'll tell you where you're meant to go. Well, might as well put them on. Fancy-ish. Let me put something I'm a bit more comfortable with. Ah. Ha! Much better. A missing must riposte. Badr wants you to let him know when you are ready to depart for the banquet. You're ready then, are you? Good. The banquet will be starting soon. If you'd waited any longer, I'd be considered it me civic duty to hit you over the head and drag you there. Now make sure you're wearing them fancy shoes when you turn up, alright? Carrying them won't do no good. They're meant to make you look like a gentleman. Remember, not a gentleman's bleeding lackey. As for directions, the feast being held on the bridge, in the Admiral's briefing room. Speak with Zantael in the bulwark halls and we'll show you the way. Just keep that head high, lad. After everything you've done for Lindsay, you've good reason to be proud. And don't let no highborn bugger tell you different. Very well. This is gonna be an interesting night. Well, I'm definitely moving up if I can get such connections. My search for the serpent will probably be a lot easier. Well, that person's definitely not going to the banquet. Dress shoes, fancy dress shoes, an adventure wearing fancy dress shoes. Oh, no, those are some fancy dress shoes. Come, adventurer, I'll show you to the briefing room. Ishtal is here too.
Brothers and sisters of the sea. Join me now in honoring this man for his services to our great nation. May the navigator guide and protect him on his journey, till sea swallows all. These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan. From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Such an extraordinary glow.
I found it.
This is one of the crystals of light.
By the Navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not? Of a towering crystal.
Yes. How would you know about that? I didn't mention anything.
You bathed in her light.
Y'shtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being from your vision was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light. Know you the tale? Like you, they were not of these lands, yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the Primals. When the Garlean Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean alliance. And at the Battle of Cartano, they took the field beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them. Every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our comrades. Yet whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them. Keep that crystal safe. In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer, for it is Hydaelyn herself who speaks.
Oh, and I think she's about to speak again.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold! Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it costs them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
It's not nothing, Canisina.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you!
I don't think Bloodthorn can respond.
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. Gods preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
Gods damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me! Damn it! Damn it all to the 7th hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis-Soir!
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis-Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis-Soir. To your positions.
That I should leave to behold Bahamut once more.
Logalo, Asawad Daken Bet Mubut.
Magnificent. The eons of imprisonment have only made him hungrier.
Imarat way. Kiskat Toga Hats Waddledorns.
I am aware of them. Pay them no mind. They are powerless to act.
Cisnigem, Fistun the only lamb rides a dawn.
It has begun. Soon the planet will regain its true form. Morning, sunshine. All bit much for you, was it? Talk about being alive. What happened? And you don't remember, Hen? You killed over in the middle of the banquet and caused a royal stir. I had to carry it back to the wench myself. Well, I say carry, it was more a matter of dragging and rolling. Too much cake, I reckon. And he wrote, don't fret. It's little wonder you was exhausted of everything you've been through lately. Your little nap seems to have put some color back in your cheeks though, so I'll leave you to it. Bugger, I almost forgot. The animator wants to have a word with you. When you fell up to it, talk to Zental and he'll let you in the command room. Oh, and stay awake, eh? I'm told off. Old Merwib was in the middle of telling you a story when you started snoring last time, and I doubt she'd look kindly on it if you repeated the track. I did hear a story, alright, with visuals to boot. I started this journey looking for one deity, and I think I found another. Or rather, she found me. Very well. I might have left Merwib waiting for too long already. I am awake. I am awake. Greetings, Lahee. Admiral Blefusvin waits you in the command room. Shall I announce you? Yes, please. Sorry about that in the banquet. Lahee, it's good to see you on your feet again. Are you recovered? Then let us waste no time. I have a task on his doing, one I would introduce to no other. Whoa, okay, so right at putting me to work. Very well. Let's get the show on the road then. The duty I have in mind for you requires some explanation. The duty I have in mind for you requires some explanation. I do hope you have not made other plans. To business then. The Lominson Envoy, Merwib wishes to entrust you with an important task. Having Merwib and no voice acting is a crime. I have penned a letter to each of my counterparts in the Eorzean alliance. The Battle of Carteno and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It has been 5 years since those of us who were spared dragged ourselves from the ashes that took up upon Eorzea with an Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet the people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who might once have given them hope are gone. Yet, we must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, till we have faced our past. To that end, I am proposing that a memorial service be held in each of the city-states on the 50th anniversary of the Battle of Carteno. These letters contain the details of said proposal, and I would have you deliver them to our allies as my personal envoy. You have proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limsa, but that is not my only reason for choosing you. No, I chose you because you possess a quality which puts me in mind of history's champion, a quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. Very well. I know you would not disappoint me. This task shall take you far from the borders of our nation to the city-states of Gridania and Uda. A grueling journey, to be sure, where you'll travel by sea and land, and I can't make a Merwin voice. She's too epic for me. But I mean to have to take to the skies. An airship pass to be used at your discretion. Airships. Airships bound for the nations of our allies leave from the landing connected to the bridge. But before you depart, I suggest you trouble Badern for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destinations. The old bastard is nothing if not well traveled. This is a pity I cannot issue dispatches with a freer hand, as I did in more peaceful times, when the birds were not so limited. But in these times of war, every craft we commit to the clouds risks drawing the eye of the Empire, and every voyage must needs to be born of necessity. Lest you doubt, I consider your place well deserved. Nor am I alone in this opinion. There were other parties who would see you granted the privilege of air travel. Aye, Lahee, your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see great promise in you, but I have flattered you enough. On behalf of Lin Salaminsa and her people, I bid you go forth, adventurer. Discover the realm of which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatness of which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. I was hoping I would be able to visit the other city-states. That's a great opportunity. Thank you, Merweb. Lin Salaminsa is not unique in her suffering. All the nations of Eorzea struggle with a multitude of hardships. The difficulties of this age will not be surmounted without the aid of you and your fellow adventurers. Thus I pray that your eagerness and compassion never wane. Very well. I shall perform my duties. Time to speak to Badron, but first, something for the road. Something very ugly for the road, I guess. and something for my throat. Interesting outfit. At least it looks good, because I don't. Back from your meeting with the Admiral, are ya? She told me I'm gonna travel. Personal bleeding envoy? So you'll be carrying the word of the Admiral herself to the leaders of the Alliance? Bugger me, I knew you was going up on the ward, but I didn't realize you'd got that blood eye. I'm proud of you, lad. Think of how far you come. Why, this is enough to bring a tear to me eye. And that I ain't the ale talking either. Well, not just the ale at any rate. Bless the navigator for steering him my way. Of course, this is only the start. Now you've got your hands on an airship pass. The old Eorzea's laid out before you, like a fair maid on a feather bed. And she is a big girl too, with plenty of enticing nooks and crannies. If you think us Lamensons are characters, just wait till you cross the paths with green forest dwellers of Gridania, or trade coins with the craft merchants of Uda. And then there's the wild places where the beasts rule, and no bugger with a nose sense sets food. But you're adventurers, so I wouldn't let a little thing like that hold you back. Of course, it ain't all exploring and excitement. There's an evil trouble that plagues every nation, see? They ain't just ours, taking intrigue and infight beastmen and their goddamn primals. And there's an ugly side of life, and sooner or later you're bound to walk into it. But I wear there's a bugger all out there as you can handle. Suma tells me you're going to be just fine. The realm adds roughness too, but folk are beginning to recover from the beating in the calamity dealt them. Call me an hopeless optimist, but it wouldn't take much to turn things around. This is the perfect time for a adventurer like yourself to get out there and make a difference. Well, what are you waiting for? Well, time to go traveling. Gotta expand my list of contacts, I guess. All the better to keep searching for the Great Serpent and to figure out what idling wants with me. Oh my goodness. All these deities are so freaking pushy. Greetings, sirs. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Gridania. Wait, are you that famous adventurers? It's Lahee Eshkree, isn't it? I thought I'd recognize you. You are an inspiration to us all, sir. Highwind Skyway is at your disposal. Will you be traveling with us today? Indeed, I will. Yes, Attention all passengers, the airship bound for Gridania is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. An honest to God's airship. I expected to be traveling to the other city-states, but I didn't expect to be traveling like this. Good fortune to you, Lahee. The day will come when your name means the same as hero to the folk of this realm. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Castrum Occidents.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgardsormr. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the Great Serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest. Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume?
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland. Soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
It's interesting going through this second time and actually understanding what these characters are going all about. So, this is Gridania. Hello there. You must be the envoy from Minsa. Welcome to Gridania, sir. The other Seers await your arrival. Greetings, good sir. You are the Lominsan envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way into the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nafka's altar. She will admit you to the Lotus Stands, where the other Seer waits. Alright, thank you. Perhaps I should do some sightseeing first. Or maybe not. Maybe I should not let an important person waiting. Well, they can at least wait until I attune to this. Nice. Oop. Yeah, maps are bloody useful. And so are these things. What a nice place. The markets. Let's see if I make my way through here. Aha! What an interesting city. It merges so well with out in its natural beauty. This little thing I got is to completely change my character if I choose to do so, like back into character creation. They cost actual real money, but the game got a change on how character rendering works recently, so they gave some free in case you wanted to make adjustments, and I'm getting one even if I never actually use it. You've accomplished enough feats to keep the bard singing for a lifetime, lads. Achievements shouldn't go unrecognized, and to that end, I'd like you to have this. Consider a token of my highest esteem. The certificate? Okay. So, This guy sells stuff for completing achievements. I can look beautiful. Or I can look like a gobby. I need to complete more achievements in order to get more stuff from this guy. In my main character, I have everything this guy sells, and I didn't even try. Just by playing the game normally, you eventually just get enough. Ah, the famous Gridanian amphitheater. Of course the Botanist Guild would be located here. And are they doing a great job with this? They do know what they're doing. Nice. Cut them out. Now I can freely move through the city. You are the Luminson envoy? Begging your pardon, sir, but might I inspect the missive you bear? A letter addressed to the Gridanian Elder City Seer Canisina. Verily, this is a seal of the Admiral of Linsalamansa. Please come with me. Oh wow, best of
So
ever.
you are the Luminson envoy. And an adventurer besides. The realm owes much to you and yours. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder. our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Admiral.
A remembrance service for the fallen of Carthenel. To think that 5 years have already come and gone. It seems like only yesterday that the Guardian Empire attempted to seize all that we hold dear. Rising in resistance, the city-states of Eorzea formed the Grand Companies and joined hands in alliance. But unbeknownst to us, the Guardians sought not to best us in battle, but moved instead to enact a terrible plot, the Meteor Project, by which the lesser moon, Dalamud, would be turned down from the heavens to annihilate all life below. In a desperate bid to save the realm from certain destructions, our forces marched for the Carthenel Flats, and there met with the 7th Imperial Legion. More bloody a battle I have never seen, and would never wish to see again. Yet the carnage was but a prelude to the atrocity which followed. For despite our best efforts, Dalamud continued its descent, and from it emerged the elder primal, Bahamut, who proceeded to rain fire upon Eorzea. The 7th Imperial Legion was consumed in the blinking of an eye, while our own forces fared a little better. That any among us were spared defies explanation. All seemed sure to perish. As the flames converged upon us, I prepared myself for death, only for a brilliant light to envelop me, relieving me of my senses. When last I awoke, Bahamut was gone, and the land which had but moments before been aflame now seemed to me a place unknown, not simply ruined, but changed. Archon Louisoa may well have been able to shed light upon these mysteries, but he, like so many, never returned from Carthenel. And so we were left with countless questions and no prospect of an answer. Yet such matters did not long occupy our thoughts, for we had far graver concerns. The calamity, as the devastation wrought by Bahamut has come to be known, laid our nations nigh to waste, and to this day we struggle to rebuild our lives and homes. To compound matters, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, while the Empire encroaches upon our borders, consolidating its foothold in Eorzea. The outlook, in short, is bleak. In the wake of the calamity, it has been all each nation could do to nurse its own wounds. Yet, if we are to weather the coming storm, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may well present an opportunity to rekindle the spirit of unity which first gave rise to the alliance. I wholeheartedly approve of the Admiral's proposal. The necessary provisions shall be made for the service here in Gridania. You have done the people of Eorzea a fine service this day, and I would not put you to further trouble. I shall see that my reply reaches the Admiral soon, anon. You, meanwhile, are bound next for Uda, are you not? Indeed. Please send the Flame General my regards. Ah, and if you would be so kind, I should appreciate if you would inform him that a pet of mine has been ill-behaved of late. My wolf, to be precise. Needless to say, he must be brought to heel, and I would very much welcome the General's counsel on how this might be achieved. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safe to die and beyond. Well, that one is done and dusted. And I did have an opportunity to see a little bit of Gridania. Wonderful place. Hope to spend more time here in the near future. But for now, to the desert. Greetings, sirs. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Uda. Oh, are you not Lahee Eshkree, the Lomisan envoy? On behalf of all at Highwind Skyways, may I say what an honor it is to serve you. Will you be flying with us today? Indeed. To the jewel of the desert. For the airship, yes. You must be the envoy from Lisa Lomisa. Welcome to Uda, sir. The Flame General awaits your arrival. Uda, the city of opportunity. Let's see what opportunities I have here. Welcome to Uda, sir. We have been expecting you. Flame General Haralban will receive you in the fragrant chamber. Please take the lift down to the hustling strips and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. Very well. There should be plenty of Lala-farming folks here. The Lomisan envoy, I presume? How would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, sir? My thanks. A letter addressed to the Udan Flame General Ralban Aldin. Ah yes, the Admiral's seal. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Limsa. I thought I smelled stale ale. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Merlvib says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Sahagin. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Cartano, eh? I remember bloody Cartano. Do you know what happened that day, adventure? When we took the field against the Garleans? Kennison praised me. Also, I had a vision. So my counterparts have educated you. Kenny's pet's giving her trouble, is it? Well, she should already know my mind on that subject. Wolves are beyond taming. It is but a matter of time before they bar their teeth. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner that they learned how to use magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by the Legato Solus von Galvos, they swiftly brought the other nations of Eorzea to heel, and so the Legatus become an emperor, and his republic an empire. An empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Guardians have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders, and their commander, Legatus Gaius Val Belsar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us. And not only Ul'dah, but Gridania and Limsa as well. For the calamity brought a lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garlean steers and the elder Seer would not let it go unnoticed. Our other concerns pile in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear, and if we were to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Merwib will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people of what their brothers and sisters fought and died for. Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate? I will speak with Her Grace myself. Very good, sir. The Admiral will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. How can I get to dress as good as you? I cannot make ship of fireship who's connected to nations before I need to thank you. But here we go. There we are. And with this, Achieving living link elements. And with this, I guess I can call it a stream. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Etherite shards. But yeah, we have achieved the ability to travel anywhere now and not be stuck just at Lahee. But yeah, so next Sunday at 8 PM GMT3, I'll be playing more Necess with Yellow Demon Hurler. And Final Fantasy XIV will be back next Monday and Wednesday at 8 PM GMT3. Assuming no maintenance on Monday. This game like to maintain itself on Mondays. But yeah, if you've been watching me on Twitch, there is I do have a YouTube channel where you can find all my VODs for previous stuff. If you've been watching me on YouTube, you can come catch me. You can also come catch me live on Twitch. All links are on the description. But for now, I thank you guys so much for watching. Where is the... I am the plane shifter, and I am phasing out. Bye.